Morning, Kathy.
There's Kathy.
Hey. Yeah, the Kathy.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in today.
Thanks. I just wanted to give another little update about the possible landlord bill in the city.
Mhm.
They might be voting on it this morning. I don't really know, but I got to read the substitute draft of it, and it is so poorly drafted, and I don't even know how to describe it. I'm honestly kind of hoping they pass it in the current form, because it will be practically meaningless to the rest of us. It's not going to cover most of the tenants that are being evicted, and anything that they want the courts to do, the courts are going to say, you're not the boss of me, and are probably not going to do it. I mean, they're just going about it in totally the wrong way. And I have a call in to Charlie Hinderleiter at the Realtors, because I actually have something better to propose to them, and I wanted to tell you guys this. Thinking about when we go down in the city on our dockets and we talk to tenants and, that kind of thing. Well, for a while, they've all been getting safer money, but that's pretty much dried up. There's a woman named Denise Poplar who comes to the city dockets, and she's conflict resolution. She's kind of a social worker, and she tries to help people and, that kind of thing. And I really think that they'd be better off, if they want to spend money on helping tenants, they'd be better off getting a couple more social workers down there with laptops who can try to assist people with things. I had a guy this week who had a death in the family, and supposedly his union contract allows him a stipend if that happens, and he's having trouble with the paperwork. I can't do his paperwork for him. I'm suing him. I represent the other side. But if there was someone down there who could help him with that, that would be better. Their attempt to kind of gum up the eviction process is not going to work very well at all. It might buy some tenants an extra week or two. They're going to spend a lot of the Rams money, or whatever they're getting the money from, on lawyers to represent all these tenants. And the bottom line is, if they haven't paid the rent and they don't pay the rent, they're going to get evicted. And if they're manufacturing fentanyl and have 20 pit bulls, they're going to get evicted. So the way to help them would be more, I think, of a social worker-ish kind of approach, where they try to help them access resources, or if they really have to go, find alternative housing and, that kind of thing. So I'm going to suggest that. And Charlie has lobbyists and things that are working down there with the board. So we'll see if we can get anything on that. The other thing that I think personally, not just as an attorney who represents landlords and investors, but also as a city resident, is that an overwhelming problem that we have, not just in landlord court, but everywhere, is the mentally ill. The people who are so mentally ill that they have to sleep in the bus stop, or they have to come to court and make a disturbance, or they're making disturbances so badly that their landlord wants to put them out of their housing. And because they're mentally ill, it's unlikely that they're going to find alternate housing, and I think they should put some of these resources that they want to throw at lawyers to represent tenants in assisting these people, rather than waste it. I mean, probably the prospective attorneys that would be hard to represent the tenants would not like to hear me say wasting the money on them, but that's really what it would be doing. It's not a solution. It's just it's just going to create more harm than good, I think. So that's my little speech for today. And has anybody got any questions or anything that I can answer real quick? Because I got to run in a couple minutes.
How's the hubby?
What? Oh, he's
How's
great. Thanks. He's really good. Yeah. In fact, we actually went out to dinner on Wednesday night, and he did really well. They had told him at one point that he couldn't drink after the transplant. And then he asked this one doctor, who's like the friendly, nice one. He said, so I can't drink after the transplant? And this doctor said, well, don't have 10 drinks. And Mike said, oh, so I can have 9? The doctor basically said no. But he had a couple of cocktails. He was happy. So
Cool.
Yeah.
That's great.
Okay, guys, I'll see you in a week or two.
Thank you so much, Kathy. Appreciate you being
Thanks.
here.
And if anybody
Thank you
has
very
any
much.
thoughts about the city bill, please email me.
Are you
Appreciate it.
still doing the first Friday of every month? Is that the plan?
Well, I got away from the first Friday because Mike was having these bronchoscopies on the first Friday. But now, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure when the March one's going to be. So I've kind of, John and Lloyd have been kind enough to just let me pop in whenever I can. So that's kind of what I've been doing, but I'll try to get more regular if you guys need me to.
Whatever works for you, Kathy, we'll make it work, and we appreciate you very much.
Okay,
I just
thanks.
want, I just want to put it on the calendar so I know to make sure I'm here.
Oh, okay,
Just be here every Friday, Dwayne. Don't worry about it.
yeah.
Every Friday at 11.
Lloyd, I'm expanding again, so here you go.
Sorry.
Okay,
Hey,
bye
real quick,
guys.
Thanks.
Thanks, Kathy.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Okay, I guess we're on to networking. Is Laura available, John, to do our little disclaimer?
No, she's on another call right now. She's
Okay.
kind of important, but basically we're not giving you any recommendations. We're here to help as much as we can, but we're not recommending anything. Do your own due diligence, but you're welcome to unmute yourself when it's your turn to talk. Just be respectful with what you say to people. And I think that's it in a nutshell. So good to have you all here.
Yeah, we're not lawyers or attorneys, and we don't play any on Zoom. So just giving our own opinions and from our own life experiences. So, no, who's got something who wants to start it out today? I might just, while you're thinking about it, I'll just make a few announcements about upcoming events. If you got if you're on our mailing list, you got your newsletter. And the reason we got it out super early this month, because we had a new activity starting up next Tuesday. We're going to start having, in lieu of our lunches way back in, we used to have actual networking lunches. And we're starting up with, since we're doing this during lunchtime now on Fridays, decided, well, let's try a breakfast. So on the second Tuesday at 7 o'clock, we're going to be meeting for a networking breakfast at the Shack in Creve Coeur, located at 12521 Olive Boulevard in Creve Coeur. Not that far away from the Applebee's where we used to meet at 270 and Olive. It's a little further west on Olive. So looking forward to seeing us make it out for breakfast.
That's the second of what?
It's the second Tuesday. It's going to be second Tuesday from now on, as long as we get a few people to show up. It's the 14th. It's
Okay, the interesting part, did you tell us the time?
It's 7 o'clock, 7 a.m.
Holy hell.
If you got the newsletter, you should have, it's on the page 3 of the newsletter. Starting out on the 14th at 7 o'clock at the Shack in Creve Coeur. 12521 Olive Boulevard in Creve Coeur. So I had to go try it out. My wife and I tried it out. I'd never been there. I've heard some great things about a few of our board members that have been there. It's a great place. They're only open, one of those places that's only open for breakfast and lunch. And then you can get to breakfast. We had breakfast for lunch the day we were there. They were on lunch. It was very, very good. It was very filling breakfast. We had to take a take-home bag, boxes home. We couldn't finish it all. But anyway, that's coming up this coming Tuesday on the 14th. And then the following Tuesday after that is the third Tuesday again for our monthly main event. And this month at the Shriners, we're going to have Peter Hoffman from the Legal Services of Eastern Missouri, talking about some of the programs they've got going to try to solve some of the property vacancy problems we got in the St. Louis area. And he's doing some initiatives. He's going to talk about some of the initiatives they've got going. If you got your newsletter, the header was Kristen had put a nice long article in there about some of the issues they've got with vacancies and how some of the things they run into with trying to get properties back on the tax rolls. And as investors, that's what we don't necessarily like paying taxes, but we like to we can help out. We can help that vacancy issue by getting those vacant properties renovated and either resold and back on the tax rolls or turned into rental properties. And back on the tax rolls there too. So that hurts vacant, it hurts neighborhoods to have vacant properties. So we're all familiar with that. So anyway, we're going to hear from Peter Hoffman about what some programs, new programs that are going to help solve that problem.
Is he with the LRA, Lloyd?
He's not with LRA. He's with the Legal Services of Eastern Missouri. And he's
Oh, yes.
working on a special initiative they've got called the Neighborhood Vacancy Initiative. Trying to, it's like multifaceted thing of trying to get the right resources that it, there's all kinds of numerous reasons why properties sit vacant. They've been inherited and they can't contact the owner and the owner's not paying the taxes. Multiple things. And it could be title issues with some of them that need clearing up, and which takes a lot of extra legal services to get the titles cleared up before they can go be resold and get back on the market. So he'll be talking about what they've done. It could be, I see some good opportunities for investors coming up with the efforts they've got going. We can help them out, and we stay in touch with what the activities they got going. And because some good properties ripe for renovation and get back on the market, we can help out with that.
So will you have anybody like Dale Sweet on there to talk about clearing properties and what he does, titles?
Well, I think that's one of the things he's going to be talking about is clearing title for properties that are owned by the city or back taxes and whatever else. Yeah, he'll be talking about that. And Dale Sweet is not going to be there that night, but he's working. He's an attorney with the Legal Services of Eastern Missouri, and that'll be, I'm sure, one of the issues he'll be addressing.
Okay.
Okay. So what, who wants to start us out here today? Anybody got any questions? Got any properties, got any wholesalers with a property under contract they're looking to assign? Got a lot of folks on here this morning, but I'm sure we have somebody who might match up with that's looking for something in that area. Looking for their next project.
Keep selling, Lloyd.
What do you got? What do you got going, Dwayne? You got any projects going?
I'm taking a couple more classes, and then I'm got a new way of selling property that I think pretty much can make people happy.
Yet another way. Okay. Put another
I mean, it's not another way. Real estate's never changed. You know my opinion on that. It's just something that somebody hasn't done yet.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Apparently somebody has done a whole bunch of these up in Ohio, and they do it all the time up there.
Okay.
That's what they tell me.
Mm-hmm. Well, you find out more, you can come share it with us.
Never hurts to get educated.
No, it's continually going. I'm getting educated on kitchen renovations right now. I got my contractors finally got going in earnest this week. He got delayed last week by he was out with COVID. So we just got a little we got some demolition work done, and then he the first week, and he was out with COVID last week, but he's back hitting it hard this week.
We need to get some of those guys to explain how come some people can do a kitchen in less than a week and some people take a month.
Well, he's not he doesn't like working with investors because they just want to slap some stuff up on the wall and get him out of there. So no, he's very precise. Since we're doing quartz countertops, all the base cabinets have to be super level, and you don't want to stick shims underneath a granite or a
Sure.
quartz countertop. So he's been very, very precise. That's what he's starting out with the base cabinets, and said, when I do a kitchen, I just throw up the wall cabinets first. In one of my rentals, I throw up the wall cabinets first because they're easy to get at when you don't have a counter in front of you.
Yep.
But he's got a whole different approach, and I checked last night after he was gone. I took his 6 foot level and went across there, every cabin that's down is dead nuts and dead level and right on, so.
Yeah, I got a son-in-law that's a high-end contractor like that, and he couldn't explain to me why there's a difference, so. And the other guys I've worked with, when they're trying to level the bottom ones, they just put shims under those. It's not like
Mhm.
they're cutting the bottoms off.
Well, he does cut the bottoms off some. He gave me the option of cutting down some of the ones, because we had about a half an inch difference from the high to the low spot in our kitchen. So he said, yeah, you can either cut down the ones in the high spot or shim the lower ones. I think, well, I usually, when I've done kitchens in the past, I usually shim. So even though it's,
And ask your wife, if it gets lower, is she going to be happy? Something to consider.
short, oh, we're getting shorter, but we're not
I hear you.
not that noticeable. Not that noticeable. Oh,
Yeah, but I don't bend over the cabinet all day, but my wife does whenever
Mhm.
she's out cooking. So makes a difference.
now,
We know about
both-
wanting to keep mama happy.
we both work in the kitchen, so it's a 50-50 deal in our house. So. So anyway, what's anybody else got going? Got a question you want to throw out? For us, I see we got a couple other folks, board members here. We got Ann on. Did I see Jim? Jim's usually here. Oh, we got Roger Wallach on today. So yeah, we got another attorney listening, and there he is. Turn his
Hi there.
Yeah, you're driving, Roger, I see.
But yeah, so I stopped the car to at least do this. So then if I'm so I could unmute and turn the video on.
Okay.
I have a son who's coming back into town. He's been living up east, but he's looking maybe to get into real estate finally, because he's not hit a home run on other things he's done. And I mean, he's done some interesting things, but not, he's ready to buckle down and make some money. So I would ideally like to find him in the best scenario. I would like to find him someone who's willing to sort of partner up with him. He has a little bit of money to put into deals and kind of mentor him. He's still pretty new at all this. And I wondered if anyone either sort of is that person or knows someone who could be that person. And he'll be coming into town in a few weeks still, not till like the first week of March, I think. But I just sort of thought I'd ask now since I'm on. And that's the kind of thing where no one has to blurt out anything, right? But I could give you my phone number and my email and think about it and send me something. I mean, if someone wants to blurt out something, that'd be great. But we can talk offline as well.
Okay, yeah, you want to give us your contact information or your phone number?
Yeah, the easiest number is my cell phone. Just go direct to it instead of my work. And that's 314-749-6305.
Okay,
Although actually, you know what? I take that back. Maybe the work numbers, we get to the voicemail maybe faster on the work number. So that's 314-308-2900. That's, Wallach and Associates, my law firm. And my email is based on my name. It's roger@wallachpc.com. So the domain is Wallach PC, which was not, it's for professional corporation, not personal computer. So roger@wallachpc.com. And
okay, yeah, we got some folks I don't know if it's what he's interested in, that teach some wholesaling and work with folks on if they want to get started.
yeah, I mean,
No things. Okay. Okay. So, I think they
Right.
went, that was your son or son?
Okay.
You said?
his name is son, he's this well,
Yeah, you're breaking up on us now. No.
oh, first name is David.
We got your contact information anyway, so if somebody wants to help them out, getting started. It's good. Okay. Who else has got something?
I guess can you hear now?
Yeah, we can hear you now a little bit.
Well, I was done pretty much, but his first name is David. That's all I was saying. Beyond, and then I'll put myself back on mute.
Okay. Thank you.
Did Roger say, was there a specific area that he was looking to focus in as far as types of investing? I thought, Lloyd, I heard you mention wholesaling, but I missed that part. Was that?
No, he did not say. I was just offering, I know we got Chris Clewine, one of our members that is a wholesaler, is, teaches some classes on wholesaling and has a students that he works with. But,
I mean, eventually, I think he'd like to get into apartments, but I don't think apartment buildings, but I don't think he realizes that that's not necessarily a good beginner's place to start, but that still it's a good aim to have. So someone would have to explain to him why wholesaling is a better place, and it probably is. But
I'd say maybe just give them your newsletter and have them come join us. Have some great programs on the third Fridays, and hey, our networking breakfast coming up too. Hopefully he can meet one-on-one with some investors and get some ideas what people are doing. Maybe that will help him decide what kind of direction he wants to take in real estate. A lot of options. That's what one of the things I like about real estate. There's just a lot of things. I started out in multifamilies, and now I'm down to single family. So some people gone the other the other direction.
The other way, right? All right. So yeah, I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you. Okay, well, if nobody else has anything, it's going to be a short meeting here today. I don't know, Carrie, how are things doing in the banking industry? See, we got Carrie Curley here from New Frontier Bank. She was on.
Hi, everybody.
Hey.
Things are going good. Obviously rates went up again. Hopefully stabilize our economy so that they can get back on track and either keep them steady for a little while, or I think next year sometime is when they'll start maybe bringing them down a little bit, just to get people excited again. I think everybody's kind of bored and stuff. We got some great programs at New Frontier. We got some great CD rates. We have an 8-month CD rate at 4.65%, which is amazing. Yes, if anybody's looking to refi, if anybody's looking to purchase, be happy to help you. It's just kind of a quiet out there lately. I don't know. How do you guys feel about it?
Yeah, I think people looking to get in are a little waiting for rates to stabilize, maybe come down. I don't think I'm kind of with you. I don't think they're going to come down
No.
in the real near future.
Yeah.
Can you
And
give
if
us a
you've been in this,
ballpark figure, Gary, on rates to investors?
Right now we are currently, let me hold on, let me get my thing. Rates to investors right now on real estate, commercial real estate, we are looking at a 5-year balloon at 7.66%. It's kind of where we're at with that. 20-year amort but that's kind of our going rate right now. It's our rate sheet, published rate, but certainly based on wherewithal and other things, we look at everything. That's the great thing about New Frontier is that, it's not a cookie cutter. We'll work with you and partner with you. One of the things that I hate to see is, small companies have, be with a big lender, a big bank, someone who doesn't know their business plan, doesn't know their business model and how they're trying to grow their business. So I always encourage small businesses to find a community bank, a lender that will actually, be a partner with you as opposed to, just waiting for you to call them. That kind of helps in this economy specifically. So that's what I encourage everyone to have.
You still looking at IRAs, Carrie?
I am reading that stuff. Yes, I
You're gonna be-
actually opened it. Had some free time, was going through it the other day. I didn't really realize that it's like you can do the IRAs, but it's like a different company. You can have your own fund or something like that, if I was reading it correctly. And it's like I said, it was an easy read, but sometimes it gets a little bit beyond me, especially when it comes to the retirement portions and what's allowed and stuff like that. But I am learning, and it's an absolutely great information. I want to get really specific on it, and I'm sure, Dwayne, I'll be reaching out to you for some answers or help. I know you've done this in the past, isn't that correct?
No,
No, you haven't. Okay.
I had an IRA back before you were born, and that was it. And then I got out of it.
Did you? Well, I doubt that, but yeah, no, it's becomes pretty popular. It is pretty popular. So like I said, it's finance is changing, lending is changing, and bankers need to really be, forward in terms of thinking and where they're, wanting to go. They need to be prepared for this ever-changing economy that we live in, so that we can be, beneficial to our customers. So no, it's a different beast, I think, that IRA, and it's certainly not conventional, but I'm eager to learn everything I can about it. So I'll keep you guys posted on my journey here.
Okay, good. Yeah, we've had Equity Trust do some seminars for us, and they're one of the big companies that's into servicing self-directed IRAs, and they do a lot of education. There's some great education events that they've shared with us in the past. It may be time to rotate them through again.
Yeah,
we tried mixing up our educational events, so it's been. And that was, we had a big one in person pre-pandemic, and we had them one time. It was a year ago or 2 years ago, but maybe a good time we had a virtual one. But I got a really good, some really good folks on the education end, get you trained on what you can do. There's a lot of things you can do with self-directed IRAs now. You gotta, in order to do them though, you need to know the rules and stay within the guidelines. You can blow the whole cover off your IRA.
Yeah.
Don't do things right. So it's
right. And Jim is really helpful too. He's obviously done this before and provided the information. So I have a list of questions already. So I'll get those to him.
Good. Yeah. Jim does it in his IRA. So he's experienced. Okay. Anybody else have anything for us? Anybody want to share what they're doing?
Playing the lotto, hoping to win.
Yeah, chances there are pretty slim.
Thanks, Lloyd.
Invest your save that money. I've got just as much chance, I've got only a slightly less chance of winning the lottery than the people that buy the tickets. Because I've never bought a ticket.
You know, the old saying, can't win if you don't play, but you can't win if you do play either.
And that you can't, you're very likely not to win. You're losing what you're putting into it. So put those extra dollars aside in a kitty, and before you know it, do that every week, and you'll have something you can invest with.
Well, their business model is definitely for them, because they say, everybody pick all your numbers and give them to me, and then I'll let you know if you win. And then every week they say, sorry, you didn't win. Want to try again?
Mhm.
That's about how it works.
That's about how it works. That's why the jackpots keep getting bigger and bigger. The funny thing is, the bigger they get, the more people they get to take into it. That's why it gets bigger. Gets bigger so fast. Anyway. So. Nobody else got anything?
Actually, so I had a couple
Sure.
of questions.
Go ahead.
So I have a flip that I'm doing in Webster Groves, and I'm actually looking for a general contractor. It's just a cosmetic rehab, just kitchens, bathrooms, a little bit of carpentry, a little bit of exterior and landscape work. So anybody have any referrals for a general contractor?
Okay, a general contractor works in, what do you say, U City?
Webster Groves.
Webster Groves, Webster, okay. Okay, anybody got a general contract they might recommend?
Here's one guy that put something in the chat, said does everything.
Okay. Let me pull up, I need to keep an eye on that.
Sorry, I just joined it. Somebody, if they could put that in the chat again, the contact.
Mm,
I don't see what
about halfway up.
you're playing. Oh, okay, Rico says, but any tree service, roofing or siding work done, reach out to me, okay? So Rico might be able to help you out.
Then he came down and put in, I forgot to mention carpet work as well. We have guys that specialize in each and every type, competitive
Okay.
prices.
Yeah, okay, so he's got a lot of skilled folks that are good contacts with, so maybe he can help you out. His number is 314-438-7726.
So you said 438.
438-7726. That's Rico.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Information in the chat. I was gonna say, had a rehabber. I used to have used to do a lot of work for Faster House. And he's done a couple small things for me. When I was renovating one of my rentals just down the street from a Faster House, he was working up. So I got him come out and do a few things for me while he was doing his rehab up there. Used to have one of his pencils with his name on him. I could probably look him up. A second. I referred him some. He's one of those guys that Dwayne was talking about. He could get a kitchen renovated in 1 week.
Okay.
Not like the guy who's working on my kitchen right now, but it takes time. Let's see, where are my contacts? I can't find him in my contact. Anybody else got a general contractor? could refer to do a light rehab in Webster.
Yeah, John, there is a guy I've got named Mike Rash,
Mike Rash.
but I'm actually driving. I can't look his number
Okay.
up.
Okay, we can look up. It's R-A-S-H
RASCH.
or R-E-S-C-H. Okay, that's good to know.
I could send it to you. I could send it to you when I get to where I'm going.
Okay,
But he's, a light rehab would be perfect. He's very good all around guy. He also can do cabinet. He can do a kitchen. He can do a kitchen or a bathroom, but he can also do a whole rehab.
okay.
Why
Okay,
don't you mentor your son, Roger?
Well, I'm not, what he wants to do, I'd have to become a full-time guy myself too. I'll mentor him help him with anything dealing with the legal side. And we have properties. So, but we're not growing any at this point. My wife was really the stronger. She was the one who was spending her whole day doing that for 10 years. But we're kind of stable with the 3 we have, and just sitting on, managing 3 properties is not, he'll see that too, but that's not going to give him a whole picture.
okay. I did find the reference of the guy said that used to do rehabs for Faster House. His name is Scott Burkett. And I just put his contact information. That's his mobile number. Let me go ahead. It's 314-402-8482. It is a whole.
Great, thank you. So I have one last question.
Doing rehabs. He did just to let you know that the kind of work he did for me. I was I had a Formica countertop that was in a little rough shape, and it had a few corners broken, that kind of stuff, and had some stains. I was just trying to get ready to re-rent. Didn't want to put all new countertops on it. And he had a product that he actually spray on multi-coats of spray, and it gave a speckled finish. Like, it looked like a new Formica top. In fact, some people thought it was even stone because it was so uniform. You couldn't see the edges on it. Some people asked me, "Is this quartz or is this?" I said, "No, it's Formica with the super coating on it." It was a really hard, like an epoxy coating. It took it several days to dry. To full hardness. And he also repaired a little hole in a fiberglass tub, fiberglass bathtub too. So he does that kind of stuff. But then he's got a whole gamut of skills for doing rehab. So, and fast rehabs like that. So.
Okay. So I had one other question. So I have 2 properties in Castle Point, and I'm looking for a property manager. Does anyone have any recommendations for a property manager that would sort of manage in that area?
I don't know. Anybody have properties in Castle Point or know of a property manager that works in that area?
I would suggest you go drive around, see who's selling real estate up there, and then call that agent and find out who they recommend. If anybody would know anybody that's working that area, it would be them.
Sure, and be the realtors that work in that area would know who's managing property. In fact, some of the realtors might be that are selling there might be also managing.
Okay.
Or check some of the for rent signs. If they see other for rent signs, they may be a property manager that's already got properties in the area. I know Jim Choi really likes his property manager. I'm not sure if he works all over, but he's not on here today, and I don't.
I doubt his manager would work up there.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know she doesn't work everywhere because she has recommended Jim to stay away from property areas that he wanted to buy. He talked to his property manager, said, "No, I won't manage properties for you in that area, but you probably want to stay away from them." Oh.
Yep. I used to have her as my manager,
Oh, okay.
and he and I saw different views of her, so that's okay too. He's
Okay.
happy. That's also important.
But you're saying she doesn't work in Castle Point? You don't think?
No,
No,
I'm sure
okay.
she wouldn't.
You were sure she wouldn't. Okay, never mind then. No. I manage all my own properties out here in St. Charles, so
Yeah, call Lloyd. He might do it for you.
I'm no help. No, I'm not a licensed property manager. I can only manage my own properties. So
You're no fun, Lloyd.
no.
Hey, speaking of that, I'll give you a piece of trivia. As my neighbor traded with his daughter and son-in-law his house for their RV, and they're going to go drive around the country and then come back here and stay in the house with them. But they own the house now. I think they made a hell of a trade, an RV for a house.
Yeah.
And-
Hey, some of the there are a lot of RVs out there in the road that are more valuable than some of my houses. That's for sure. So. It's almost like rolling real estate. You can pay as much for a motorhome these days as much as you want to. So. Well, want to keep anybody else, but nobody else has anything. At least we had heard from Kathy a little bit here today and shared a few things. But yeah, I'm ready to stop for a little lunch here. I was up early this morning. Had to help my contractor carry in the pantry and the big cabinet that goes over the refrigerator. So. Anyway, you got anything else, John? You want to add before we wrap it up here today?
No, I don't really have anything today. Mm-mm.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll call it a wrap here. You got, if somebody wants to help out Roger Wallach's son, who wants to get into real estate, I was told Roger, I think his best thing is just start coming to join the St. Louis Real Estate Investors Association and jump in on our networking sessions and come to meetings, start coming to meetings and our networking breakfast. So that's our next big live in-person event is next Tuesday on the 14th at the Shack in Creve Coeur, Missouri. Come join us. I'm going to be there. And I know Jim Choik likes the place, so I'm sure he'll be there. He's talked about it. We got Grace Waitman, also a former board member, she's been coordinating it. So 7 o'clock on February 14th at the Shack in Creve Coeur. Yeah, Roger, go ahead.
Yeah, I've reached my destination before I get out and go in.
Okay.
The number for Mike Rash is 314-277-0955.
0955. Okay. Okay, so there's another contractor for you.
Yeah.
Light Rehab, Mike Rash, 314-277-0955, was it?
Oh, wait. Sorry. 277-0955.
55. Okay, yeah, I couldn't make out the last digit there if it was an extra 5. I thought it's one. Okay, very good. might keep his name in my pocket too before I'm looking for some
All right,
work.
sounds good. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay, and let's see, we also had some, I'll say Carmen had a recommendation there, Jessica Gaines.
Yes, she's done, they even do full guts, but she
You
should
do
be, able-
full gut, two, you'd have two, okay, there's another one. Jessica Gaines at 314-280-3247. Okay, good. Hey, that's one of the good things. It's hard to find good contractors. So that's one of the advantages of being a member of a group. You get the straight scoop from some contractors here that people have used. Okay, thank you all for joining us this morning, and hope to see you all next. Many as can get away for breakfast at the Shack next Tuesday. If not, next Friday here on Zoom. So thank you all for joining us. Take care. See you next time.